Hi, this is Bradley from Missouri Motors. Um, due to COVID-19, we really can't film a whole lot right now. But what I am going to do today is talk to you about the kind of garage we want to have for Missouri Motors. Now, I haven't mentioned this to Wilson yet, but I have an idea of a garage. The garage we're using right now is only a two-car garage. We don't have a whole lot of room. That's the only garage we've been using right now. Now, he is renting a garage where he's storing all of his cars, and I only have the one car right now, which you just saw me not too long ago in a video put a new carpet in. If you missed that video, please consider going back and looking at it. It shows me putting the carpet in, struggling. Um, no profanity though, because YouTube restrictions, but that's perfectly fine with me. I don't need kids listening to my language, and believe me, I got a bad enough one already. You don't want to hear it. I don't think anybody does. So, let me stop talking about my own personal crap, and let's get started into the garage. The garage that I am looking at right now, I have ideas for the plans. I'm planning to go with a 40 by 40 by 12 garage. So 40 wide, 40 length, 12 height. And the reason why I want the garage to be kind of tall is so that way I could put a lift in it. And if you look down here, I selected main building, everything. By the way, I am not sponsored by Versatube. I'm just using their website to show you what I have in mind. Now, if you look at my garage doors, this one is the biggest garage door. A 9, I believe it's 9 by 11, or is it? Yeah, 9 by 11. So 9 wide, 11 height garage door. The reason why I have this door so big is just in case in the future, if for some reason Missouri Motors decides to go with a massive vehicle, we've got place to go with it, work on it, everything. Now granted, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't have any kind of plans to buy a huge vehicle of any kind, but if for some reason we need a huge vehicle to go in the garage, we've got the ability to put it in there. The only downside is it leaves a massive dead space up here, but that's okay. I'm perfectly fine with that. And we just pull in our regular cars here. I'm planning to put the lift in this door right here. I'm thinking about going right here for that. So, rather if I will or not, I don't know, but that's the plan. So now, we are going to scroll down and look at everything that I'm planning to go with. You can see all my garage door measurements and everything. The only thing I did not show you on the website is my zip code because I don't want to give away the town that I live in, basically just for my own privacy's sake. And so my plan is to have fiberglass insulation put in the building, so because I want it to be insulated. Here's the reason why I want it to be insulated. My plan is to put a furnace in there so that way during the winter it'd be nice and toasty, or at least somewhat toasty. It's probably not going to be great, but it'll be nice and warm for most of the winter. Can't complain about that. Air conditioning, I'm not really planning on air conditioning the thing. Maybe I should go back and put some windows in, so that way I could have windows put in. And I'm thinking maybe about possibly getting some sort of attic fan so that I could just suck the air out of the garage so it's got nice ventilation. Haven't went deep into details yet, but that's what I'm thinking. My color displacement is based on the house that I am planning to buy. The house I am planning to buy is an older house, and that's where I'm going to build the garage. I'm going to build it on the same property of the house because it's 2 acres. And the house, ironically, is tiny, so I think the garage is going to be much bigger than the house. It's just a very small house, 1 story, no basement, 3 bedroom, does actually have a laundry room, which is surprising for when it was built. So, but anyway, I decided to go with the color schematics for around the house. The roof, I decided to go with a charcoal color because that's the color of the roof that's on the house, and it is a metal roof, so I don't think I have to worry about any leaks, but you know, you say you don't have to worry about something, it turns out you do. So charcoal style roof, and then I got a tan walls and everything because that's the color of the walls for the house, and then you get your brown trim edges, which is what the house has. So literally I'm planning to replicate the thing to look like on the outside of the house. I am planning to put a concrete foundation in. I don't want to have the ground. Then the reason why I don't want the ground is because, well, first of all, it's the ground. It means you just have to throw a rock in. I want to be able to bolt a lift into the floor, so I have to get a heavy, a very thick slab of concrete for that. This garage does have the ability, does have the floor for it, but I don't know if it's got the ceiling for it for a lift. Maybe if I got the 2-post lift that doesn't have the bracket at the top, maybe I could use it to some extent. And the other thing too is there's a lack of power in this garage. Yes, there's a 220 circuit ran into this garage, but unfortunately it's only 60 amps. All I can really get off of it is powering the lights that are being powered right now, and just 110 volt outlets that apparently breakers seem to trip on really easily for some reason. I don't know what the deal is there. But this is what I've got to work with right now. Wilson's got his garage, and from my understanding, he doesn't have electrical service out there. So if we do anything out there, we're going to need a generator, and my plan is to go down to my local Harbor Freight and buy I think a 4,000 watt generator. That should be sufficient for what we're going to use it for. So that's the plan. And I will have to take into consideration about putting everything else added up and everything. So here's my frame specs. I'm going to go with what Missouri is going with. 20 pounds of ground snow load, 20 pounds of roof snow load, and 90 pounds or 90 mile an hour wind, I should say. So that's the plan there. Steel specifications, I guess I'll have to look more into that. But basically, I just wanted to figure out the layout of the garage. I'll have to figure out costs later, mention it, and see if we could do it. This channel is on a really confined budget right now, especially considering I'm not making a whole lot of money right now. Especially considering that the coronavirus has really affected my paycheck. But despite all that, that's what I want to do. Will it happen? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I just wanted to show you what I had in mind for a garage. And if you want, leave your comments down below and tell us what you think. I haven't mentioned this to Wilson yet, so I'm going to show him this video. So despite all that, and my phone's ringing, despite all that, I just want to let you know that's my plans. Please consider subscribing, and sorry about this poorly edited video. Hello?